Recently, our president was amongst many heads of state who signed the free trade agreement in Rwanda, and we are encouraging free trade in our country, in our region, and on our continent, where we can have free flow of goods and services and people moving. But this is a challenge when our borders have challenges in terms of insecurity. And where we are today, we are having a meeting with colleagues from Uganda. As you know, we share a long border between Kenya and Uganda, all the way from Turkana to Busia. So we are here today to look at how we can address the challenges that are facing communities living across these borders, and who have over years had conflicts as they share the scarce resources. Most of them are pastoralists, and they have challenges of water, pasture, and with the increasing population and decreasing resources, this has created conflict from time to time. So we are looking at how, as neighbors, we can work together to improve the lives of these communities, and in the process stabilize our borders and create peace and harmony. So we've put our heads together. We are looking at the commonalities in terms of the challenges as well as opportunities, which make it imperative that we work together to improve the lives of our people. We are not going to reinvent the wheel today, because already when you look at the Kenya-Ethiopia border, in 2015, our two governments, the Kenyan government and the Ethiopian, were able to sign an MOU where communities living along the Kenya-Uganda border, particularly in the Moyale area, were able to be integrated in terms of economic activities, their projects and programs that the EU and our development partners, the UN, are supporting us to ensure that we improve the lives of these people living across the two borders. We are also working on another MOU that will be the third one, that will now bring the communities living along the borders of Kenya, Uganda, and Somalia together. We are very happy to have Governor Ali Roba with us here, representing the people of Mandera. We have the Deputy Governor from Turkana County, as well as West Pokot, and working together as national governments with the leadership on the ground and our development partners, we believe we will be able to succeed. We are already in 2015, we were able to sign the one between Kenya and Ethiopia. We are in the process of formulating the one in respect of the Karamoja cluster. This cluster brings together Kenya, Uganda, South Sudan. You are talking about and Ethiopia. You're talking about the Toposa. You're talking about the Karamoja, the Turkana, the Pokot. We want these communities living in this cluster to be the beneficiaries of what we are doing.
But this region, if you want to see an example of East African integration, it is in that region. These are the people without border. They don't need passports or identity cards to cross from one side to another side. And they have existed, they have lived together. On the side of Uganda, we have had several resolutions or agreements initiated by the local communities. That is the Turkana, the Pokots, the Karamojongs. Otherwise, Karamoja has been dealing with the local governments in that area, that's the Turkanas, the Pokots, and I have to thank them because these initiatives and the resolutions and the agreements have managed to bring peace in that area.
The other area that is very important that has brought me here is the first foundation that was done between Kenya and Ethiopia. And as the United Nations, we always look for good practice to see how to expand it. So we're here to learn what happened between Kenya and Ethiopia in terms of helping those border communities improve their quality of life, and then to see how to take it on board to the Ugandan side. So that means we have to have a people-centered approach. Instead of looking at it from the countryside, we're looking at it from the people side. What do these people need? What are their capabilities? And how do they respond? I was really excited to hear about investments in infrastructure, basic services, and I made a plea to make sure that women and youth should be considered as priority actors and stakeholders as we go forward in this program.
To address the challenges faced by our pastoralists, especially during the dry seasons. They speak the same language. But despite that, these people are found in different and are characterized by appalling human development indicators. High illiteracy.
Look at Uganda and Karamoja area. Then the second day we will go to Moyale, Ethiopia and Kenya converging in a very unique area. So I look forward to taking my colleagues there. Enjoy our park and to enjoy our golf course and the Kenyan hospitality. Do not be in a hurry to go back home. And I now return